What is going on, guys? In today's video we're going to be showing Red Dragon Archfiend deck profile, my updated deck profile that people have been waiting for a long time. I was recently at the sneak peek for Savage Strike. As you can see, I got the mat. We did the little tournament thing. I've never went to a sneak peek before, so it's my first time. And I came second place, which wasn't too bad. I mean, I got a walkover on the first round because it was uneven numbers, but I still won all the rest of the match except for the last guy. The last guy was using Time Thieves. And I'll actually show you some of the cards real quick that I was using that won me the duel. So Cataclysmic Scorching Sunburner, I was actually going to use maybe in this deck. I was thinking about it just because fires and especially summons itself if its fire is destroyed. It was really good card. Then the Shiranui stuff I was looking to, that's the promo card. I was lucky enough to pull some of the Shiranui stuff, so it really helped me against other people. And the Guard Dragon stuff helped me as well. So I came second place. It was really fun. Definitely might do more in the future. I wasn't able to get too much footage, actually probably no footage from it, but I pulled a lot of cards for a lot of deck profiles that I hope to be doing very soon, and maybe I'll do an opening on Savage Strike, a few packs later on maybe in the thing. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. So it's a pretty heavy monster lineup, so let's just get into it. So first card I'm going to be running is Deshudo. Deshudo is just good for paying half your life point special summon to special summon at level 7, so you're going to use that for your Dawn Dragster play. As well as you might have level 1 on the field, you might go for level 8, it depends, it's all kind of situational. This is a combo heavy base deck, and it's a going second deck as well, so yeah, if you go first, there's no real defensive play. The best thing you can end with is maybe Abyss, if you're lucky. That's the best thing you can probably end with. So next of all we have 2 Red Warg. Clogs too much a 3. I think 2 is perfect when you normal summon a Resonator monster, you special summon themselves, and basically makes you go for a level 8 synchro fairly easily. And we run about 4 level 8s in the extra deck, so I'll show you that now in a second as well. Then we're running the OG Primitive Butterfly, which was always in the deck profile. Was always in my previous deck profile. So Primitive Butterfly, basically if there's no monsters on my side of the field, you can special summon him, and he's level 5 and he can make himself level 6. So if you have a level 2 synchro, you can go into that, or level 3, you know what I mean. It's just the situation, like I said with the level 8. Sorry, just a shine on that, it's kind of annoying. But yeah, it's a cool card. Then one of the cards I'm really appreciating lately is Wandering King Wildwind. So your ideal hand would probably be him and Red Resonator, just because as soon as you use him, I use him for a link him off, you get him as quick as you can with Red Resonator, do all that kind of stuff, because you can't search until the next turn, and that's what you want to do. You want to use your searches for him. You want to search out your tuner, your fiend monster with 1500 or less attack. It's just for like first turn or second turn, you're going to be making a big beater. Nearly might show in later on in the video hands, like random hands, but you're basically going to be able to get a big beater on the field, and then next turn if he destroys it, you're going to want a tuner because you're going to be able to draw some of these. I don't know, it's just, I've noticed it works really well, especially you can't beat a searcher. And then Red Sprinters, Red Sprinters still a really good one. I'm maxing out on the 4s just because Red Rising Dragon is a thing now. We can really utilize the level 4s, I suppose. So Red Sprinter, if there's no monster on the field, you can special summon a Fiend type tuner from the graveyard, or hand, I think it is, doesn't matter, level 3 or lower Fiend type tuner from your hand or graveyard. Yeah, so basically what you do is you go for your level 1s, 2s or whatever. I'm currently waiting on a level 5 synchro. Not sure if I'm going to run it or not, but it's that new Garden Rose Maiden, and I can banish yourself in the graveyard special with a dragon synchro monster, but I'll get into that later on if I do get the card. But right now Red Sprinters has been really good for later on. If your board does get wiped, you're not completely finished. I mean, you get to go again. So that's, I'll just move a bit more space. Then a new card of this is 2 Magna Rocket Dragon. So the reasoning behind this is actually kind of a thing I've seen with some of the new dragon stuff, and the new Dragon Link monsters. I'm currently running 1 Guard Dragon in this, or 1 Guard Dragon Link monster, and it works well for it. I mean, there's a couple of times I've used it, but yeah, I'll get into the reasonings later on maybe. So next off to the tuners. First off, we have Creation Resonator. So Creation's really good. If you have a level 8 synchro dragon monster or level 8 synchro monster, Level 8 or higher synchro monster, you can special summon from your hand. So he's next special summon if you want to go for Link, if you want to go for whatever. He's just good. The MVP would be Red Resonator. Everyone knows this. Red Resonator is just a beast card, so he's basically like a Goblinberg. Normal summon, you can special summon level 4. If he's special summoned, he gets a gain life points equal to the top attack on the field. He's just a very, very good card all around. He's definitely what the deck needed, I suppose. Then a weird one, Guard Dragon Justica. So I'm running another card that special summons him, and eventually I hope to be running the Cyberse monster special summons level lower. So when the next set comes out, we're going to get Cyberse monsters are going to get a Rota, and it's discard a card and special summon a Cyberse monster, or search a Cyberse monster from your deck to your hand, and then you're going to special summon the Draconet, I think it's called, and then you special summon this from the deck, and it's immediately a level 5. And then you go into Garden Rose Maiden. When that card comes out, it's not out at the moment, but that's the best way to summon Guard Dragon Justica, and then you can run some more Guard Dragon Link monsters in your extra deck, just because it works really well. The next one we're running is Synchron Resonator. Synchron Resonator is another one of the best ones. It works really well with Red Rising Dragon as well, and I'll explain that later. And he also special himself if there's a synchro monster in the field, and then if you use a synchro material, you get to target one Resonator monster in the graveyard and add it back to your hand, so it's pretty good that way. Chain Resonator, only one of. It's good because if there's a synchro monster on the field, and there's a couple of ways to get them synchro monsters onto the field other than synchro summoning, like Monster Reborn and stuff, and then you can normal summon him and special summon any of your Resonators from the deck, so you can go for your higher synchro plays. And then the last one, Rocket Synchron. He's actually kind of good. He's a 1-turn Abyss later game. By later game I mean like second turn. Your second turn, obviously, just in case your Red Dragon Archfiend or whatever does get destroyed or is in the graveyard or whatever. It gets to basically special summon a level 5 or higher Dark Dragon monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense, destroy it during the end phase. So you're going to have to go into Abyss straight away. Just kind of like the same way the whole deck works. If your field is wiped, you're going to be able to summon stuff, or if you have a Link Zone empty, you're going to be able to summon something there as well. So that's it for the monsters. I think it's like 26. I actually didn't count it. I counted before I started this, but I cannot remember if it's 26. I feel like it was near 26. So next off to the spells. Pretty self-explanatory. 3 Resonator Call, just to search your Red Resonator or your Synchron Resonator or your Creation, whatever you're looking for at the time. A new card to this is 3 Quick Launch. Quick Launch basic special summons a rocket monster from the deck. So now you can see why I have 2 Magna Rocket and 1 Rocket Tuner or whatever, Rocket Synchron. So basically I'm running if you want to go for your Link monsters, or you want to go for like just say you have Red Resin in your hand and Quick Launch, at least you can go for Magna Rocket and go Red Rising that way. There's a few other things you can do. If you have a level 4 or something, or level, like if you have a Primitive Butterfly or something, and you have this in your hand, at least you can special summon a Rocket Synchron and go for something there as well, you know, level 7. Just for plays. Then we have 2 of the Return of the Dragon Lords. 2 is perfect, 3 is too many, I think. Just because you don't really draw this too much, and it's kind of, I suppose it's not too bad because it might get too cloggy if you were, like, you're not always going to be summoning Red Dragon Archfiend. I mean, you are, but I don't know, just 2 seems perfect. 2 seems, when you do draw it, you need it. If you draw it the first turn, you don't really need it too much, just in case, you know, it could be used with something else. Then one of the new cards that I definitely want to be getting, maybe 3 of, especially I'm going to be running more dragons in this deck, is World Legacy Guard Dragon. Definitely want 1 more of this card. So basically what it does is target level 4 lower dragon monster in the graveyard, add it to your hand or special summon it. You can do either or. And then once per turn you can target 1 dragon monster you control, move that monster you control to another of your main monster zones. So the point of this card is, a lot of the time I found I was able to end it with Abyss and Bane, and never go any further than that. But what you can do with this card is move Bane to a different space and go for another synchro summon that way. So it's really, really good. Definitely want 2 of this card. At the minute I only have 1, but I'll maybe show you what you can take out if you don't want that. 1 for 1. 1 for 1 is kind of self-explanatory. Another thing you can do with this is just say you have something like Magna Rocket on the field, let's say, right? If you have Magna Rocket and you have Synchron Resonator or something in your hand, let's say, or on the field or something, and you have a World Legacy Guard Dragon, sorry, you have some Magna Rockets in the graveyard, and you have Synchron Resonator or Chain Resonator is all that's in your hand, and this is on the field. You can summon something like Linkuriboh, let's say, synchro off Linkuriboh, then go for the Guard Dragon, what's it called, Link Monster, I'll show you now. You could go for like Guard Dragon Pitsy. And then you can actually move this to a zone to the left or whatever, and then it can use its effect because there's a zone in the middle. Just a little effect that it can do, and I will be utilising it a little bit later on. Obviously I don't have all the cards and set up perfectly yet. It's still a work in progress, but definitely a good little combo thing you think of when you're making this deck if you are going to make it. Upstart Goblin is the thing you can take out for World Legacy Guard Dragon. Makes no difference really. It's a simple thing you can take out for it. Then we have the one monster reborn. We don't run Soul Charge anymore because it recently got banned. That's why this deck is updated. And then the last two cards I'm running is a trap, two traps, one trap actually, but it's two cards of it. So this is called Guard Dragon Core Awakening. So you can send one effect monster from your hand to the graveyard. So you can send something like Destrudo, or you can send Wandering King Wildwind, or whatever you want. And then special level 4 Lord Dragon, normal monster from your hand deck or graveyard in defense position. So it's never really not usable because you can always summon your 2100 defender, Guard Dragon, hand deck or grave. You know, if you have this on the field and you have something in your hand, at least you're constantly having defense. It's good. It's a good card. I mean, 2, I wouldn't run 3 maybe, but 2 is definitely good. And you're always, it's a level 2 as well. So if you have a level 4 and you go for your 2, you can still go for level 6 plays and stuff. So that's it for the extra deck, or for the main deck. The extra deck now is coming up. So 2 cards I'm thinking about putting into this. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can help me and see what I'm going to take out. The first one I want to add into it is maybe Link Rebuff for that particular play when I do get the second Guard Dragon, Protection Guard Dragon, whatever it's called. And then the second one was, what was I thinking it was going to be? Oh, the Garden Maiden, like I've talked about a couple of times. So Garden Maiden is another one that I'd like to add to it. So the first card we have is our OP Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend. It becomes so much easier to summon because of Red Rising's effect. I'm going to get to that now in a second. But it's a 3500 beater that can't be destroyed by like Mirror Force or something during the battle step, because he can negate it, and then he gains attack. I think he gains 500 attack if he negates something during the battle phase. So that's pretty cool. And then during the main phase, you can just wipe your opponent's Tyrant board. Like, it's pretty cool. I don't run the big guys anymore just because they're a little bit harder to summon. My battery just went. My bad. Battery's so bad in this one. But yeah, so there's that. Then we have Red Dragon Archfiend Bane. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane. So what Bane does, I'll do a close up because everybody loves Bane. So Bane, basically what Bane does is you contribute a monster, special summon a Dark Dragon Synchro monster from your graveyard. So if you use like Abyss or something, you can special summon this card. I might just move this over there and things off in its way then. Okay, perfect. So also if you attack and inflict battle damage, you can special summon a tuner from the graveyard, and the deck has to be like, I think it has to be a fiend, I'm pretty sure, yeah. 2 tuners with the same level from your deck and your graveyard in defense position. So you can do stuff like that as well, you know. It's just a good card. Then the MVP, definitely you want to end with this, is a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Just a super good card. I mean, it can negate stuff while it's face up on the field. You just have to be careful. Your opponent's going to bait out a lot of things to destroy it, and they're going to want to have to like they're going to use a lot of cards to try and get over this card because it is a good card. And then when it inflicts battle damage, you can special on a tuner monster from the graveyard as well. So it's cool. Next, I can't wait to show you guys this card. I pulled it in my sneak peek. Borreload Savage Dragon. Such a beautiful card. That's the playmat here, obviously. Pulled it in my sneak peek. So happy, so happy. The only card I wanted. But Borreload Savage Dragon is a wicked, wicked card. So you can end on this either. I mean, the only thing is later game you're going to have to use your links. That's why links are in this deck, to utilize this card's effect a lot more. So I'm going to read out the effect because it's a new card. It's hard to remember. I kind of know what it does, but so if this card is synchro summon, you can target a link monster in the graveyard to this card, and if you do place borrow counters on this card equal to the link monster's link rating, this card gains attack equal to half the attack of the monster equipped by this effect, which is kind of cool. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can move one borrow counter from this card, negate the activation. You can only use the effect borrow once per turn. So if you use a link tree, he has 3 negations at one point. I mean, I know it's like something like Crystal Ring can just keep negating, but he only has 3. Even if you're 1, you have 1 negation. But usually that's all the time we're going to be on the board for. Especially if you use something like Pitsy, he gains 500. If you use something like Triple Burst, he's gaining 12. You know, he's still going over 4,200. Like, he's still a wicked card, and you can summon him with Red Rising Dragon very, very easily. You just need to have a link monster in the graveyard, but you don't even need a link monster. He's still 3,000 beater. I mean, he has no effect if you don't use links, but still. Then another one for kind of a later game, I suppose, is Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. So you can use, if you summon something like Dawn Dragster and have a level 1 Synchron, you can just go for Crystal Wing just for that extra defense, and you can gain attack if he attacks level 5 or higher or whatever. The OP Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, he can destroy monsters on the field with less attack than him, inflict 500 to your opponent for each special summoned. Then Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, you need to run one of him as well. He just destroys all attack position monsters your opponent controls, and he gets to still attack. It's just a wicked card. Then I was going for a new kind of negate-y stuff. So FA Dawn Dragster is he gains attack equal to his level times 300 if it attacks defense position monster, inflict piercing damage. Each time an FA is still activated, increase the level, we won't mind that. Once turn, your opponent activates spell or trap card, quick effect, and reduces level by 2, and if you do negate the activation, destroy that card. So just an extra negation, you're just going to special summon defense. Then another MVP is Red Rising Dragon. So basically what you do is a level 6, you need one Fiend Tuner. When he's special summoned, you get special summon a tuner, Fiend Tuner from the graveyard, like Red Resonator, and then you can like gain 2100 life points, and then you can special summon your Red Rising Dragon or your Borreload Savage Dragon. And then the turn he's not used is you can banish him and special summon 2 level 1 tuners from the graveyard. So if you have 2 Synchrons, and then obviously your Wandering King, you're going to search 2 Synchrons, or your Chain Resonator, you're going to special summon those. And then you can go for Tyrant so easily. It's just a wicked little strategy and stuff that the whole deck is now so much better that we got the card. And then lastly for the Link monsters is the Guard Dragon Pitsy. Nightmare Phoenix, just to kind of get rid of some stuff. Summon Sorceress and Triple Burst Dragon. So a couple of times what I did is have like Summon Sorceress, then I was able to get Triple Burst here, and then Pitsy here, and then I was able to special summon Abyss here. Just because it's not all dragons, it's not as easy to summon the Guard Dragon stuff, not as of yet. But yeah, like, so they're like, for Triple Burst you have an extra negation. For Summon Sorceress you can special summon a couple of tuners as well if you have special, or if it's one that points to, you know, it's just a good card that way. Pitsy can special Dragon from the graveyard or banished. And then Nightmare Phoenix gets to pop a spell or trap card by discarding a card. It's just really good. I'd probably run, like I said, Link Kuriboh just in case. But yeah, anyway guys, hope you liked the video. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe. I hope you liked it. You've been waiting for a long time. You've been very patient with me. Hope you like the new mat is what we're using from now on. It's such a pretty mat. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. Good luck and goodbye.